Morning. Hi. Oh. I've forgotten how much blokes eat. This will probably just about see us through the day.
Yeah. You want to get yourself one of them granny trolleys? Good for barging people out the way if not out.
Yeah, well, contrary to what you saw when you first met me, I'm not really all that big on violence.
Good to hear. I'm, Chaz, by the way.
Yeah, James said. Emma. I would have introduced myself before, but it's all, you know. I'm not here to cause trouble. I'd better get on then. Got starving menfolk to feed. See ya.
She's not giving you a hard time, is she?
No, actually, she was being dead nice. Probably needs a few allies now she's sticking around.
You never were very good at taking no for an answer, were you?
Where is he?
Ali's taking him out. Have they let her go, then?
Not yet.
Oh. Bet she'll be right pleased you're down here putting our door through rather than worrying about her.
That's none of your business, is it? And she wouldn't be there at all if your sister hadn't rung the police.
She wouldn't be there at all if you hadn't bought someone else's baby.
We were going to call social services. We just needed more time. I know you hate me, and I don't blame you. But I loved that little boy, and so did Megan. We gave him everything. He knew that he was safe and surrounded by love. And that's what I want to do for Archie. Please, Rachel. We've got to salvage something out of this mess.
Cheers, Rodders. I owe you one. All set, then?
Do you know what? I think I might be better off going on my own. Well, if he calls me old again, I'm going to flatten him. I don't need witnesses for that.
It's all sorted now. Your dad's looking after home, James, so I'm at your beck and call.
You don't get an offer like that every day.
I'm just not happy talking about my most intimate secrets with some jumped-up know-it-all barely out of medical school.
Taking positive action can only benefit the healing process, even with a stinking cold.
You've been reading too many of your magazines. OK, Mahatma, give me 2 ticks, I'll be with you.
If they found anything serious from your test, they'd have whisked you in quick smart.
Yeah, why don't you come along as well? See if you can't cheer up the other patients with that delightful bedside manner.
I'm only trying to be positive.
I don't think all the doctors in the world can help if your wife's gone off you.
Oh, there was me thinking that she was the self-centred one. Oh, come on. She loves the bones of you. She's just lost a bit of a voom at the moment. Dr. Kavanagh will sort her out. He could put the spring back in my step any day.
Where do you think you're going with that?
State-sponsored holding pen for juveniles, otherwise known as high school.
Maybe if you weren't plugged into this all the time, you might actually make some real friends.
What, you mean ones that don't charge premium rates?
I can't believe you used Robert's laptop so you wouldn't get caught.
Well, I wouldn't have to if you didn't put parental controls on mine.
Well, I just don't want you getting a warped view of the world. Women don't actually look like they do on those websites. I mean, how would you like it if you saw me cavorting around and God knows what?
Mom!
What the point is, those women are somebody's sister or daughter or mum. You shouldn't be looking at anyone like that.
Oh, kill me now.
Well, it's disgusting. Why can't I get through to him? I'd have more luck smashing my head against the wall.
Do you want me to have a word?
Yes, please.
I'm not surprised he's defensive. I mean, he wants to have that conversation with the mum. He'll be fine. I'll talk to him.
Hey. Why didn't you call me? Would have come and got you.
I got a taxi. It was quicker.
You all right?
Just wanted to get out of there.
Have they charged you?
No, they were more interested in Josh, or whatever his real name is. I told them that we saw him on Boxing Day. They said they might be able to trace the car.
Right.
What have social services said? What's happening with Archie?
No, Same as yesterday. That he's safe.
They must have assigned a caseworker or something. I mean, have they given you any information? Have you even tried to find out? Well, what have you been doing?
I went to try and see my son.
I have been sat in a police cell all night, crying my eyes out because they have taken our child away from us, and you've done nothing!
Sorry about the wait. It's a domino effect. One patient's late first thing.
Don't worry.
We're here now.
I'm sorry. Things didn't go as planned with the pregnancy.
Well, it's a risk us geriatric mothers take.
So, your tests have come back. Your thyroid's fine, and you're not anemic. Though your hormone levels have been tricky. Your FSH is pretty high. It's probably trying to make up for a very low estrogen count. And while 36 is early to be experiencing the menopause, it's not entirely unheard of.
Excuse me?
Peace offering.
You always were all about the glamour.
I heard about the burglary.
Yeah, well, I've had worse knocks.
So is it going okay with the boys? Hope they're not taking advantage.
I'm their mum. I'm happy to do it for them.
Jim said that you might be sticking around for a while.
Yeah. It's been really good, actually. Well, he knows how important it is for everyone.
I'm glad.
As long as you're happy.
I am, actually. Despite you parachuting in and threatening to destroy my life.
Like you did mine.
Oh, come on, Emma. We've got to get past this. We need to find a way to at least be civil. For the boys' sake, if nothing else. Like, why don't we go for a drink or something? Now, it doesn't have to be at the Woolpack. It can, if you prefer, somewhere neutral.
Cocktails and recriminations. Think I'll pass, thanks.
Or you could have a pint of bitter and get over yourself. Just a thought. Your call, Emma. We can play this however you want.
Well, your test must be wrong. I've got ages before I need to worry about anything like that.
Do you know how old your mother was when she entered menopause?
I've no idea. I suppose she was always a bit volatile. She did cook Christmas dinner in her underwear one year with all the windows and doors open, but I just thought she'd had too much sherry doing the trifle. What are you typing there?
Just that there may be a family history of early onset menopausal symptoms.
Right, well, maybe I need to start making some notes of my own.
By all means.
Could this have had something to do with a miscarriage?
So now you're blaming me?
What? No, that's not what I meant.
A
I was just...
blighted ovum can occur at any age. Now, obviously, as you get older, the quality of the ova deteriorates, and we usually find this deterioration gets more rapid once a woman has reached 40.
But I'm nowhere near 40.
It is possible for perimenopausal women to get pregnant.
Even with our rotten eggs.
And there are other options to consider.
No, I'm sorry. I only came in here for some test results. Now you're throwing adoption in my face. Come on, Jimmy, we're going.
What?
I know it's a lot to take in, but it's not the end of the road.
Well, maybe not for you. Sitting there with your desk and computer. Thank you very much for your time. So even though we've cared for him for months, loved him as our own, he still won't tell us anything? Yes, so you keep saying, is that the only sentence that you've been trained to repeat? What are you, a parrot? The only way that we're going to get anywhere is if you apply to the court to be a connected person.
And what's the point in that? They're not going to give him back.
So what's the plan then, Jay? Do we just pretend it never happened?
Please, don't wake him, Bob. If I have to sing the Wheels on the Bus Go one more time, I'll be throwing myself under one.
I am trying to get through to your son, who seems to think he can trade in babies like used cars.
Just because I'm not hysterical. and shouting at people doesn't mean that I don't have feelings.
Oh, right. I'm hysterical, am I?
Well, let's just remember whose baby we're talking about here. Because it's not yours.
There's no point in taking it out on each other.
No. Let him speak. We seem to be getting to the nub of the problem now. How can you just switch off? That boy trusts us. He loves us. As far as he's concerned, we are his family.
But we're not, are we? We're nothing to him. And you running off and getting arrested. No wonder the kid's traumatised.
At least I didn't run off in the opposite direction.
Well, excuse me for trying to prove to Rachel that we have a loving home.
Oh, you call this loving?
Well, maybe being away from us is the best thing that could have happened to him.
Yeah, maybe it is. I was stupid enough to feel sorry for you. So much for being surrounded by love. Don't let him do this to you. He'll trample you into the ground.
Rachel, wait.
They've been married about 5 seconds flat and he's acting like he hates her. She's just lost a kid, for God's sake.
You caught them at a bad moment. Emotions are running high.
Every time I see him, it's a bad moment. That's all there ever is.
He's not a bad man. Yeah, he might be stupid and arrogant.
And a liar. He uses people. He used you.
Yeah, I'm not proud of the part I played in all this. But look, give us a chance to make it up to you. Whatever else he is, you know, he's still Archie's dad.
Do you know, the only good thing about the last few months was not having Jay around. He's bad news, and I don't want him in my life.
Well, you shouldn't have slept with him then. And certainly shouldn't have had his baby.
I am not spending the rest of my life paying for one mistake. We're going to be happy, me and him. I'm going to make sure of it.
Ah, yes, that well-known symbol of peace, the Great British Banger.
Well, I was fresh out of Doves, and you have to work with what you've got, don't you?
Hello. Skiving off already? Didn't take you long.
Well, I'm going to take her back in a bit. But first of all, she has got a proposition for you.
Oh, aye.
It's Mum and Dad's wedding anniversary tomorrow. Yeah, and we thought if we leave it to Grandad, it'll be fish and chips, a couple of tinnies in front of the dart.
Ooh, sounds like a great night.
So you want to do something in here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey. Hiya. How you doing? Yeah, not bad. Can I have a word? I was gonna come and find you, actually, just to apologise for flipping out.
Look, I'm just glad you're all right. That's all. Look, you know that I had to call your mum, don't you? I wasn't trying to cause trouble.
Sure.
And we're missing you up at the stables. The job's still there if you want it.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course. I'm not going to get rid of my best worker in a hurry, am I?
Well, she was dead chatty with me earlier.
Well, you're not public enemy number one, are you?
Standby beds.
You made it then?
Well, like you say, it's a small village.
Have you met my niece, Debs?
Pete's partner.
Well, amongst other things, yeah.
I know you'll have heard a lot about me, but I'm not all bad, I promise.
Nah, none of us are we? Except for her. I mean, she is far, far, far worse than her reputation.
Right then, we having this drink or what? Grab a table, shall I?
Like he said, it's not the end of the world.
He doesn't even look old enough to be a doctor. But he hasn't even got his wisdom teeth through. Do you think you could give us a bit of privacy?
I am trying to work on my transverse abdomini.
It looks like you're just lying on the floor.
How did it go?
Nothing to report. I'm fine. Slightly anemic.
Well, there you go. Stuff her full of steak and spinach and she'll be all over you like a rash. I told you were worried about nothing.
Yeah. Save the meltdown for when I get some really bad news.
We knew we couldn't compete with the bigger farms, unit for unit, so the whole ethically sourced local produce thing was a godsend. Well, it was either that or diversify into snails or something.
So John never knew that you'd slept with his brother, had a child by him?
Any doubts I had, I buried.
I bet you did. God, how you used to rub everyone's nose in it.
John and Moira and their perfect marriage, and all the time you were whoring yourself about.
Now, hang on a minute.
Why? What else would you call it? Or are you going to tell me that you and James were in love?
No, we weren't. We were young and stupid, and we made a mistake. Like a lot of people do every day.
So poor old, honest John died like he lived, clueless.
Listen, if you're just going to be vile...
All right, ladies. Let me know when you want another bottle. Anybody want to see a menu? Or...
Oh, no, I think we're fine, thanks. We don't want to overindulge, do we? If you think a glass of wine and an apology is going to make everything all right between us, then you're even stupider than I thought.
You're not thinking of going to work, are you?
Well, I can't afford to sit around here all day. Might blink and wake up in an old people's home.
Let me ring in sick for you.
I'm not sick. My body's just shutting down 20 years before it's supposed to. We can't change anything, so I might as well just get on with it.
That's not what Dr. Kavanagh said.
Oh, well, if you love him so much, why don't you marry him?
You can't just pretend that this isn't happening.
I can.
This is what you did last time, when we lost the baby.
Yeah, I could do without these cluttering up the place, mocking me from every corner.
You are allowed to be upset, you know.
I'm not upset.
No. Well, if you were, it'd be all right.
Ah. Thought I'd find you in here. Followed the trail of destruction from the kitchen.
Are you gonna have a go at me as well now?
Your mum's really worried about you.
She's always worried about something.
Well, she wanted me to have a word with you.
Not this conversation again.
It's totally normal to be curious. Do you want to just wind in the attitude a little bit? I could have you nicked for using my credit card.
Yeah, you're not going to do that, though, are you?
All I'm saying is, if you want to look at that stuff, then at least be smart enough not to get caught.
I'm not even that bothered about it anyway. Just wanted to see what all the fuss was about.
We'll have a real girlfriend soon enough. And they're much better, trust me.
There is someone I'm kind of into at the moment. But she's, as usual, way out of my league.
Well, there's nothing wrong with aiming high. You're a good-looking lad. You're loaded. You're a catch, mate. And don't you ever forget that. Just stop stressing your mum out. All right?
Yeah, all right.
Let's go away. I want to be on my own.
Could have found a better hiding place.
I thought it better that we stayed out of each other's way.
You could have gone after Rachel, you know.
Thanks for your permission. I was making progress with her this morning. She was coming round.
What? So you're making me the fall guy?
If it hadn't been for you pushing me, making me lose my temper, you know, I could be with my son right now.
Which one, Jay? Because you're getting through them. Do you not even care about that little boy that's been taken off us? His whole world's just been ripped apart and you're moving on.
Of course I care. I moved heaven and earth to make a family for him. Even married you, for Christ's sake.
Something smells nice.
You always were a sucker for a spag bol.
Tell you what else I'm partial to, shall I? My lovely husband.
Nicola?
We've got the place to ourselves, haven't we?
Yeah, but if you just,
Just what?
overcompensating,
Don't ruin it, Jimmy.
you don't have to prove anything to me.
I'm trying to be nice.
I know. And it feels a bit forced.
Well, forgive me for trying to seduce my own husband.
I know you're trying to be brave and pretend everything's okay, but it is an awful lot to take in.
What, so now everything changes, hmm? My whole life comes to an end because my stupid body's packing up on me.
No, that's not what
I realise that I've been hit by a massive wrecking ball, Jimmy. I'm not completely flaming stupid. And thank you. Because being rejected by you is just the icing on the cake. Oh, don't look at me like that. My hormones are going to be running riot. So if you thought I was a nightmare before, you better buckle up, my love, because that was just the warm-up act.
I've had no sleep. I lashed out. Don't listen to me.
No. You're right. And I'm pleased you finally had the balls to tell me the truth. Deep down, I knew you didn't really love me.
That's not true.
That's why I didn't say yes straight away. And I'd be lying if I said that Archie wasn't part of the deal for me too. I wanted the family as much as you. The complete package. That's what swung it for me.
You don't have to do that.
I don't want them. And I don't want you either.
We've comedy for you of the post-apocalyptic kind over on ITV2 tonight at 10 as New Cockroaches continues. Jeremy Wade goes where most fishermen don't dare to tread in new river monsters here on ITV next. Then at 8, botched building jobs get the magic touch from Dominic Littlewood and the team in brand new Bad Builders Bang to Rights.